Alrighty, Roo, and good to you and all my nobodies not watching out there. I didn't look it up. I thought about it, and I'm like, nah, I don't really care about this game enough. I'm just gonna go with brutally honest. And I was like, no, he probably would know if I was lying, and it probably makes more sense to lie. But would Tamika lie? No. So why should I? Fuck it. Here we go. And here we go. Listen, you're obviously hottest new thing in town. People like you. People follow you. You're set to be the Anarch people think of when they think of New York City. Good for you. But you're obviously way behind when it comes to understanding relationships. Tamika gave it a serious try. She understood her path. She understood yours. She realized they're diametrically opposed. Wow, the brutal honesty here is actually pretty accurate. I'm glad that this actually makes sense. I think this still may turn out poorly, but I think I'm happy with the way I'm phrasing it thus far. And that's that. You're not gonna change her mind by acting like a toxic shithead and forcing her to come grovel at your feet if she wants to get back something that has a great sentimental value to her. You want to earn her trust again? Don't act like a power-tripping asshole. Show her you're capable of responding to her concerns and that you're capable of being selfless. Oh! I'm glad I didn't look this up because it makes me feel better that I went with my gut, and I'm like, even if this turns out poorly, it's like, I don't even care because if he doesn't like this, and he probably won't, but if it turns out really, if this was the wrong choice of the two, then fuck him, fuck you, buddy. Like, I would say that it doesn't matter your gender, don't be a toxic asshole, like, fuck you. That's just, you know, real barbershop talk. No erasures, no chalk. Just, fuck you. If you can't deal with that, then fuck you, man. Like, holding on to this thing is petty as hell, and this applies to other things, but, like, being like, they have to come get it from me themselves. It's like, no. The reason they don't want to deal with you, the reason they send somebody else is because they don't want to deal with you, and you should fucking respect that. You want to be better? You want to have some sort of validness? Respect that. Respect that they don't want to deal with you. Don't put your will and your... Don't try to forcing somebody to do something they don't want to do is usually gonna fail, especially when it's you already lost. You already lost the thing. You already lost the person. It's already over. They're saying this. If this is how you're learning, it's not great, but fucko, get with the program and be cool. That's the closest, that's the best way to sort of salvage what you've got. Again, you're both vampires. You've got all the time. If anything, help them out. Give them the thing and be respectful and help them do the thing that they need to do. Don't try to like, vampires are just innately manipulative. That's their whole thing, but don't be a toxic shithead. There you go. That was actually probably the best thing my character has actually said that I actually had a choice on. I don't know what the other one was, and I don't want to know, because I'm pretty sure it was worse and bad and not the right way, and even if this is bad, I don't care. I'm happy with it. That's the only thing you can do to change her mind. Sorry! Like, that's it, dude. Don't suck. Give her her property back. It means something to her. It may mean something to you, but it doesn't mean to you what it means to her. Give it back and show that you can respect her. Biatch. Okay, I'm done. Like, yeah, it's like, he's probably gonna kill me now. Ah, fuck me and my big mouth. It's like, yeah, no, I oofed you. You have been oofed, sir. I hit you where it hurts, and not in the royal jewels. I didn't kick you in your vampire gonads. I emotionally just grabbed you by your lapels and said, Oi. Fucking be better, buddy. He approaches the door and throws it wide open. Yeah. Yes, boss? We're done here. Lead the lady out as quickly as possible. Oh, come on, give me the ring. Yes, boss. I have a lot of things I'd say to describe his behavior, but I don't want to cause a diplomatic incident. I've already had. Maybe he'll give her the ring under his own terms, but not forcing her to come to him and all that bullshit. Because I feel like I did the right thing there. Give me the ring. Come on. No need, I'm going. Thank you for your time. Like, I'll just... You don't need to escort me out. I'm happy to leave. Tell her I'll show her she's wrong. Tell her I will prove myself worthy of that ring. It's the last thing I do. It's like... Well, you're a toxic shithead. Fucko. Whatever. I'll let myself be let out by the building by me. Another mission failed. Fuck, I really thought that, like, to me, that was the right thing to say. Again, I'm talking to a toreador. Maybe I should have thought about that. They get pretty butthurt. They're very emotional. But my character wouldn't probably know he was even a toreador. And I still stand by what I had to say. Sometimes, maybe it's just one of those things where it's like, you say the right thing and it just doesn't appear like it was the right... Like, there wasn't a right answer. There was a more right answer and a less wrong answer. And a more wrong answer and a less right answer. And I chose, ideally, the less wrong answer. And it just takes a second to have effect. Maybe. Time to meet Tamika and tell her the bad news. Like, I don't have your ring because I told him not to be a toxic piece of shit. He... well, wants to be a toxic piece of shit. I find her already waiting in front of the Jewish Museum. How did it go? So I have good news and I have bad news. I can't think of great news right now. Maybe the good news is I found a nickel. And I named the nickel Philip. The bad news is I don't have your ring because I called, him out on his toxic shit. So he's gonna be a toxic shithead for a minute, and hopefully you'll get your ring back in the back eventually. Let me put it this way. I'm not surprised you dumped him. I like... She grows on you. She grows on you. So you did not succeed. Well, if you want to be all dour, yeah, I guess. Nah. He got mad and started yelling about how he will prove himself to be worthy of that gift. And then ran me out of the building. Toxic shithead. Ha! Like, it's like not even necessarily mad. Like, mad, but like... I didn't actually expect you to succeed in this. If you had succeeded, that would have been awesome. It's like, I don't think there was a true success in this. I don't think I could have done it. I don't think that was really in the cards. Is she trying to stop herself from laughing? I think she is. I think she's kind of like... I'm glad I didn't go. It just would have been bullshit. What's so funny? Nothing. I'll be honest. I kind of expected that. It's just nice to get a definite confirmation he's still a bit of toxic asshole. That's all. Mwah. Chef's kiss. Words out of my mouth. My sister from another mister. Oh, that's funny. Well, glad I fell for the oldest trick in the book. Would it be cool if, for once, a kindred telling me to do one thing, didn't mean another thing entirely? Just, you know, as a treat. Just to switch things up. Do something new and different. Oh, don't be mad. I wanted to be sure of something, and now I am. As far as I'm concerned, you've kept your end of the bargain. It's time to repay the favor. Cool. Cool. As long as we're good. Alright, let's just move on, shall we? Last year, a certain fledgling appeared in the city and attempted to build a coterie. That list you found on Callahan? that's the list they've got. Is my other character still alive? I don't remember how that played out. They contacted each of us, then found themselves in deep shit. SI, Kaiser, Sophie Langley, some shadow players manipulating everything behind the scenes, and then they disappeared. Sounds like I died! I think I died. It. Probably died it. I unalived myself. Kaiser, that name keeps popping up once again. It can't be a coincidence. No one knows where or why. Doesn't really matter. It happens when you punch way above your weight. Hope they're doing fine despite all odds. I fucking helped you. You were my favorite. Well, no, Hope was my favorite. But you were the one that I really worked for and had the most value. Like, you actually did the most, sort of. Kinda. Agathon was the worst. You were second place, not to be worst. Second place to most liked. You were probably the best one, though. I just prefer Hope because, you know, Malkev for life. And honestly, some of the shit that I did for that was like, okay, I guess I'm gonna get myself a final death tonight. That's whatever. I guess that's just breach all the masquerade. In any case, Torque got involved too, and that's how I met him. Actually, he got hurt. Didn't want to say how. Claimed it could put anyone who knew in danger. Whatever happened, it gave him the drive and the desire for change. For 2 months, he was a beautiful kindred, plain and simple. But suddenly something in him snapped overnight. His tone mellowed out, his actions became timid, his language became more befitting of a political science student than a charismatic leader. Okay, wow, okay, if he heard this shit, this would be wrecking him right now, but cool. I assumed he met someone who made him an offer he couldn't refuse, but I have no idea who that was. Wasn't me. And then one night I followed him when he went out and I saw him scheming at the docks with Gatland. When he came back, we had an argument. When he refused to explain himself, I knew I was on my way out. Motherfucker! Look, a Toreador and a Gangrel, it could totally work out maybe, but on the Toreador side, you should always just remember, the Gangrel's always on their way out. You gotta give them a reason to stick around. Don't give them a reason to leave, because they were already 1 foot out the door. That's how they roll. Just like the Toreador is just waiting to have a reason to cause drama. Like, that's how they roll. Like, not all Toreadors, not all Gangrels, but real talk, especially with these two, it seems obvious. I would have said less of him as far as the Toreador aspect of it. He seemed more tempered, at least in the last game. This time, it seems like he's changed and all that and whatever, but yeah. Alright, well, toxic shithead. Confirmed. And that was that. I understand. Wish I'd known that earlier. Something that could have been brought to my attention yesterday. Wish I'd known that earlier. Might have confronted the facts with him and learned something more. It's like that would have been. I could have had a little more ground to stand on, but sure, I guess I could just do this for you and get nothing out of it. That's fine, except for what you have to offer, which who knows what that'll be, other than what you've just told me. He never told me. Of all kindred, what makes you think he would have told you? My pretty face? I read that book, how to make friends and influence people? How to win friends and influence people? I think that's, whatever it's called. Okay, so I read the Cliff Notes, but still, like, she's got a point, I suppose. Like, yeah, no, I'm not exactly popular. I still stand by what I said, though. That was the right thing to say. Alright, thank you. Now's my turn. Here's your way out. And then, like, does a grand sweeping motion and just like, na-na-na-na-na, and then just like a crack in the wall breaks open and she just just walks through, I guess. I don't know. Fuck it. I point at the manhole below. You're a gangrel. It shouldn't be that big a deal to you. Here's a map to the sewers. Follow the route, then burn it. You'll be looking for a one-eyed Nosferatu wearing tactical gear. Tell him I sent you, then give him the agreed-upon mountain of money. Look, you just pay the man. You just go here. Chances are he'll find you. Just be on your guard, because, I mean, it's dangerous down there. Here there be monsters, and not just the Nosferatu. They'll have like fucking ghoul rats and possibly a crocodile or an alligator. You don't know. Like, you don't know what's down there. So just be on your guard. But you have animism. You should be fine. You should be fine. You guys will get along swimmingly. Be fine. What kind of a route will I be taking anyway? Whatever the fucking Nosferatu Underground Railroad is, man. Like, that's just how it goes. An armored van full of precious coffins. My man knows how to arrange them to allow for unnoticed extra cargo. Okay. Cool. I mean, cool. Her face darkens. That is a lot of trust to take, but especially if you're not the only vampire in there. Like, if there's other coffins and they're filled and occupied, and you just have to trust, that's like, you don't just have to trust him or me. You gotta trust the driver. You gotta trust the other unknown coffins. Yeah, that's a big ask, but that's all you get. It's not like I got better, and well, I mean, you want to figure it out on your own, buddy. Go ahead. The circulatory system. What did you expect? The rich and powerful always get the blood they want, one way or another. At least tonight, one of their roots will be used for something good. She drops her shoulders in resignation and opens up the manhole cover. It's like, look, you're a gangrel. Don't be all like Toreador. Don't be Toreador about dealing with Nosferatu, okay? Among the clans, Nosferatu and Gangrel should be the two that are like on good terms, because you guys kind of fit the same niche in different ways. You know, they're city rats and you guys are like wood rats. Not rats, really, but you get what I'm saying. Yeah, you guys are like owls and they're like rats, only you're not like predators, because owls don't... I mean, owls might come into the city. Depends on the size of the city. Owls do that? It feels like it would be too loud for them and they wouldn't like it. Loud, noisy, and bright, and... it's just easier to find other places. Anyway, whatever. Moving on. Fine, but remember, if it doesn't work, I'll be back at your doorstep with a vengeance if it's the last thing I do. That I can count on. Yeah, I really am putting my eggs in this basket, because I do not want you to come render me in twain. That sounds not so bueno. I'm sure it will work out fine. Just beware of a giant albino ghoul alligator while you're down there. See, there you go. Did I not call the alligator? I called it. But do look out for that. And other things. But you have animism. You should be fine. Tamika rolls her eyes. No, that's not a joke. Like 100%. Not a joke. You better be rolling your eyes because it's not a problem to you. But, like, that is not a joke. That is real. Like... that's not an urban legend. That is real. You should... please heed my warning. I don't want you to be mad because you didn't listen to me and you get snuck up on by a giant albino ghoul alligator. Because, if it sees you, it will try to kill you. Like, that's its job. Sewer ghoul alligator, for your information, it's just a story. No, it is not. No, it is not. No, it is not. It's just a story to tell. It's, like, it's so gullible. No, it is not. I know enough about the world of darkness to be like, Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's just a thing. Maybe it's an urban legend. It's like, no, it's not. Maybe it's just something storytellers have the option to play with, and I don't have proof of it from VTMB or from any other version of this thing that I can recall. But I'm pretty confident it's not fake. That thing's real. You probably won't see it because there's only like one, but I think it exists. I believe in Moby Dick. Oh, that makes sense, I suppose. No, I think it's real. Like that's my official stance on it. That it does actually exist. It's not just it's supposed to be an urban legend, but it's actually not. It's an urban legend that's supposed to keep you out, and you're supposed to believe that it's not real, and that's when it gets you. Well, this is goodbye. In a few months, you hear that first light presence in Los Angeles has been decimated. Assume that against all odds, I'm still unalive and kicking. I mean, does the live long and prosper Spock Vulcan hand sign Godspeed, you know? If you keep killing indiscriminately, you might cross a line of no return, you know? Like, shouldn't you take it easy for a while? It's like, yeah, don't... Your clan's flaws when you lose humanity and you become more animalistic, like, physically and emotionally. Like, you literally, like, grow, like, you physically become more animalistic. Like, you know, you might have a beak instead of a nose, that sort of thing. Just follow your nose. Not until my brothers and sisters and blood stop being slaughtered. I care about what's left of my humanity. But turning a blind eye on kindred in need would be even less human. That's the thing about humanity. It's not necessarily determined by... It's situational and individual. Like, one person could be like, I killed 10 people. And it's like, that would be like a huge loss of humanity. Depending on the circumstance. Like, I killed these people because they, like, would spread a terrible disease and were suffering, and it was mercy killing. Wouldn't necessarily kill your humanity. So that's the kind of person she is. And probably will be until the very end. Cool, cool. Well, so I couldn't get your ring back, but maybe he'll mail it to you. I don't know. Maybe don't go killing people, but honestly, I get it if you know, people are killing your... It's not like there's a lot of gang rule, you know? Like, I get it. It must be comforting, in a way, to know how your path will end, yet follow it all the same. Man, you talk like she's fucking already dead. That's not cool. She ain't dead yet. I could never do that. Here's some parting advice for you. We might be monsters, but we were lucky enough to be born into a world that's even more monstrous than we are. If we rebel against it, we might still find salvation. If only I could believe it. Didn't expect the preaching tone. Why are you telling me this? It's like, God, I just gotta deal with all the people preaching to me. Like, I'm probably gonna have to finish this night at the church. I don't need more preaching. Damn it. Because I think I have a pretty good nose for people's auras. And when I take a good look at you, you don't have Auspex, motherfucker. I mean, you could. I mean, it's not like you couldn't learn it. Auspex is pretty common, but... Animism, Protean, and... Potence, I think? Oh. I don't think it's Auspex. You would think it would be. Auspex would make sense, but Auspex is like super common. They give it. I don't remember. But I smell the possibilities that you'll given to the fear of the dark visions of the future you've conjured in your head. That's fair. That's fair. They're like, you might give it to you. It's like,
much fear I sense in you.
that's not much, just a hunch, but you seem prone to giving in to the Gamaria's empty promises of safety and their petite, but, like, bleh, words. Why can't I say that word? I'm just gonna say bougie. Little bougie values. That's it. I'm just moving on. I think I should take offense at that. I hope you do. That would reflect on you well. In any case. Sylvie, whatever happens, you know? Whatever happens, happens. She just lights up a cigarette, flicks it at me, and says, see you next time, Space Cowboy. See you in the next life, Julia. Oh, but Julia from the there's an extra layer there. Space Cowboy, Cowboy Bebop, Julia. No one cares. I care though. I care. Safe travels, Tamiko. Godspeed. I skipped tonight's visit to the church. Yes. I did not want to do that. I'm not in the mood to see Benoit, and I'm still embarrassed about yesterday's outburst, and I'm kind of pissed none of the clan elders in Chicago bothered to reply to any of my fucking reports. No advice, no feedback, nothing. I feel like I was left utterly alone. Why would I even bother? Besides, it's late. I always get back to the apartment early in the morning, right before it gets bright. It's getting risky to be out here so close to sunrise. Accidents can happen. Yeah, they can, but I remember when I first became a vampire, I kind of intrinsically had the shadow mancy thing, and I would just like teleport around with it, like going from shadow to shadow, shadow leaping, and it's like that actually seems like a higher level power that's not like standard or normal. But it does seem like that could definitely help you travel and get back home, even if it was only like literally like sort of anime jumping, but in shadow form instead of like actual teleportation, like in like Ninja Scroll, like I think I mentioned. I'll try to get back earlier tomorrow night. Attempt to surprise Dakota. Yeah. I'm back. I don't know how to stress the yay. Is it a sad yay? Is it solid? Is it a sincere yay, or is it just yay? How's work? All caught up? I managed to get my deadlines postponed. All our clients are canceling and delaying orders left and right. Huh? Does that mean you'll have time to help me with my makeup tomorrow? See, they're cute. It's sort of sweet. We'll see. Perfect. Alright, I need to disappear before the sun catches up with me. Hey. Yeah? I love you. Oh, my heart. Oh. And an easy silent. You better say I love you back, you bitch. I'm not getting out of this one, am I? You better say I love you back. Your black little heart better have the capacity to honestly and truly, sincerely say that you love her back because Dakota deserves your love, you fucking hoe. No, I have to. I didn't lie to the Baron of New York City tonight. I'm not gonna lie to her. It better be, the truth better be I love you too. God damn it. You're gonna fucking Han Solo this bitch, you fucking... I'm disappointed in you, Julia. I was so proud of you before, and you have immediately just... She flashes a sad, forced smile as I leave to rest. I earned a trophy, Anarchy in NYC. Anarchy in the Yukon! Only it's Anarchy in NYC, but That was my way of trying to make myself feel better about the fact, like, maybe I didn't do things well,